He said I'm talented, which is kind. Nice compliment.
Noah W. sent $10. Off topic, but does anyone else think they're slightly superior to the vaxxed? Shot was literally created in 8 months. Only 2 categories: pussies who cave to pressure or idiots with zero instinct.
Facts.
I discount the opinion of anyone vaxxed, let alone their political takes.
Facts.
Warp Speed altered my view on Trump forever.
Facts. Absolutely. If someone is vaxxed, automatically second-class citizen. If you actually went to the doctor and rolled up your sleeve, dude, imagine... Dude, these faggots went to the doctor, they jumped up on the thing, and then they rolled up their sleeve and they said, okay, all right. The government's going to rape me. The government's going to inject me. And they did it 3 times. They did it 2 and then the booster, 2 and then maybe multiple boosters. And if you did that, you're either a sucker or a coward, but you are not a ride or die. That was not fuck it, we ball energy. That was Matrix. That was blue pill. That was cuck. And I'm using that in the negative sense here, not the positive sense like the album. That was some bitch shit. Real niggas make good times. Good times create bitch niggas. Bitch niggas create bad times. Bad times create real niggas. And that was one of those instances where the bitch were creating the bad times. Bitch created bad times because they just took it. You know, everybody was talking tough about, oh, if the government went tyrannical, I'd get my guns. You're going to roll up your sleeve and you're going to make some excuse and say, well, I got to keep my job, guys. I got to go to school. Oh, I want to go out to a concert. Like, you have all these LARPers. Oh, if the government ever went tyrannical over my dead body, oh, come and take it. Oh, I can't go to Pizza Hut. Oh, you won't let me go back to college. All right, don't just make it quick. Yeah, pathetic. Second class. We will only have the only people that can run society are the unvaxxed. Now, that's not sufficient because there's a lot of crazy people that are not vaccinated also. But that is a prerequisite. You can't be vaxxed. I totally agree with you. It's a very good point. The vaxxed. If you fell for that, honestly, how? The government went on TV and said forcible vaccinations, and everyone was like, okay. Like, do you know how insane that is? I know that it was an extraordinary time. We were in the middle of a global pandemic. Like, I get all that. But the government came on TV. This is not a movie. The government came on TV and said, we are starting our forced vaccinations today. Everybody get vaccinated. Vaccine denialists must be hunted down. If you're a vax denier, oh, the unvaxxed must be rounded up. And people are like, okay, yeah, whatever, I'll just do it. Not a big deal.
And here's the thing, he's not lying. Like, we all remember when this first happened, and, you know, everybody was scared at first. They were thinking, hey, this is something real, right? Our government's not going to lie to us. So I personally remember going to stores and just seeing people buying masks and buying hand sanitizers and, you know, scared to be near people. And then I even remember them getting on the internet. They were getting on the news and they were telling everybody, don't buy the masks, the surgeon masks. This was before the N95s too. They were saying, don't buy the surgeon masks because there's a shortage and they don't work. In the hospitals and the other forms of healthcare need them. I remember that actually happened. And then a short time later, the same government's getting on the news and telling you that masks do work. You know, and then we started with the ridiculousness of the double masking, the triple masking, the gloves, the, 6 feet apart. I mean, who remembers going down to the grocery store and seeing the arrows, right? There was a point when you couldn't even go down an aisle unless you were going down the right way. It was madness. And I think we all remember that. and they just lied, and they continued that lie, and a lot of families suffered from it. And there was a majority of people that just they got awoken to all the BS, and they you know basically just started doing everything opposite of what the government told them to do. And as time went on, now we see that basically everything they told us was a lie. So that's basically where he's going with this, and he's not lying. I mean, I personally know people, I'm sure everyone knows people, who blindlessly believed everything that the news was telling them to do. If they told them to get 6 boosters, they would get 6 boosters. If they told them to stay inside and don't talk to anybody, they would do that. I mean, how crazy is it that you saw people with loved ones in the nursing homes, and they wouldn't even go see them because they were so scared? I mean, that's the hold that they had on people during this time. Let's get back into it. Let them keep going.
Used to think that was like a conspiracy theory. People called Alex Jones crazy for 20 years because he talked about stuff like that. Then it happened, and people just went with it. Even conservatives. I had a lot of people on my show that would super chat and say, but Nick, is it okay for me to get the facts? Because and I'd say, dude, this is the test. This is the test. This is like a world historical test. And it's like, do you have any skin in the game? Will you have any stake in this at all? Because that's what it was. It was like an antichrist system where it was like, okay, time to get your vax. Are you going to comply or not? And that was the test. And yes, you had to sacrifice something. Something was asked of you, your job, your school, your this, your that. And that was the question. That was the test. And a lot of people that you thought were based were like, yeah, I got to do it.
And here's another thing too. He's spot on with this too. It really pisses me off, to be honest, because I know people who lost their jobs. I know a lot of people that lost their careers over this shit. I mean, they lost years and years of putting in hard work at these companies to just be given an ultimatum: either you take the jab or you go find somewhere else to work. And unfortunately, a lot of people I know caved. Just like Nick's saying, they caved. Whether it was because they had a family or they have a mortgage, or they're just looking out for their neighbor, or whatever the excuse was. A lot of these people that you thought were based, behind the scenes at the water cooler and whatnot, you're having these great conversations with them, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, these guys are really based. These people really are in line with my views and ideology, just to fold when the going got tough. And I knew a lot of people like that. Um, and unfortunately, some of them actually are having health issues nowadays, um, potentially from side effects from the jab. Who knows? So that's my coverage of Nick Fuentes and his post vaccination, post jab, post bullshit era that we've all been lied to. He's basically recapping, obviously what happened over the last 5 or so years since 2020. And he's pretty much spot on with everything he says. I'm not going to lie. I agree with 99% of what he says. And yeah, I know a lot of people that basically had those same conversations, more or less, on how he explained it. And it's unfortunate because, yeah, now they're either regretting doing it, or some of them actually got laid off from the very job that they sacrificed getting it for, which is even more crazy. There's no loyalty in these corporate America jobs. That's what people need to understand. You think that you're gonna, everybody thinks they're gonna retire from these jobs, and some may, but you also got to look out for yourself first. And if it goes against your morals and what you want to do and what you stand for, you got to put your foot down. Because I know a few that actually were, dead set against getting the jab, but they did it to keep their job. And I know one in particular that actually got laid off about a year and a half later. So again, there's no loyalty in corporate America, big pharma, the government, none of that. There's no loyalty. So you got to look out for yourself. And yeah, this is my new channel. Look into it. If you like it, please like, share, subscribe. Give me some more topics to cover. I'm looking to cover a whole plethora of different issues, and I'm looking for some recommendations. So yeah, if you like the channel, look for it, and there'll be more to come. Thanks.